Hello and welcome to Who It Could Have Been, where every single week we take a look at a famous actor or actress who's up for a big role, but for one crazy reason or another, they didn't quite get it. Would they have been better, worse, or just plain despicable?
Yeah, like that one time Demosthenes auditioned to be the gardener for Harry and the Hendersons, that movie with John Lithgow, right?
Yes, gardener?
It couldn't have been Barber. He stayed Harry the whole movie.
I'd make a killing. I would love to shave Bigfoot.
Occupational hazard, and we'll leave it at that.
There probably wouldn't be much of a market.
Would not.
Maybe if I expanded to Yetis and Sasquatches. Speaking of that, today we'll be talking about Interview with the Vampire.
Yes, let's transition right into Interview with a Vampire from Sasquatch. Oh, wait, vampires are fictitious too. Okay, carry on.
Oh, depending on who you speak to.
Listen, let me be clear about something, folks. That movie, I have to apply the Katt Williams defense to this movie. Not to say that it was a bad movie. I didn't like that movie, but women do. Now, he uses a different word, but on the internet, you can't say funny stuff that might offend people because then, the Twitter mod comes after you. But you get the idea. If you wanted to hang out with chicks at my age of that day, you're like, oh, you ladies want to watch Interview with the Empire?
With the Empire?
It's a friggin' Star Wars. Right?
The ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the power of the Force.
That's something I haven't heard before. You mean this literally, I take it?
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
That's actually pretty compelling. No, but hey, ladies, you want to watch Interview with the Vampire? Oh, I love that movie. Yes.
I saw that movie when I was younger than I probably should have been to see it. But great cast by far. You got Tom Cruise. Whether you argue for him for Lestat or not, he was fantastic in the film. I thought he was great as Lestat. You got Brad Pitt. You have Antonio Banderas. You've got Kirsten Dunst playing a fantastic role, a fantastic child performance, in particular as Claudia. Right. But I
really wish she had done more later in her career and had more opportunities to strike it big. But that was a great. I can't even finish that joke without laughing. I'm sorry.
Oddly enough, I still think this is one of her best performances.
That's fair.
Yeah. But could you imagine Christina Ricci playing Claudia?
Dude. So let me tell you why I need to recuse myself from this conversation immediately. You know what else was true about me at that particular age? Like Christina Ricci growing up was an actress. That was the first one I kind of noticed. Hey, she's pretty, So that speaks to me. What am I going to do? Say no? Like here's the only problem with Christina Ricci in that role. Don't know she's as good as an actress straight up. I'm just going to say that. I'm not in a place to analyze that. I'm not prepared to say she's a bad actress. I'm just saying I don't think she could have done that necessarily. But we already know she got dark and goth working for her. Listen, her portrayal of Wednesday Addams is pretty bleeping spot, but I think she suffers from the same thing Judge Chamberlain Hallett. We made this example before, and I'm going to say it again anyway because it applies. Judge Chamberlain Hallett from My Cousin Vinny. I can never remember the damn actor's name. You'd think I looked that up by now, but he would have the same problem. Christina Ricci would have the same problem that he would. They see her, they'll have trouble getting past Wednesday Addams. By the way, side note, the Herman Munster actor is Fred Gwynn, and I'm going to remember that.
Yes.
I'm getting sick of forgetting this guy's damn name.
Fred Gwynn. Fred.
Gwynn. Okay.
You should watch him. He did this fantastic family film called Pet Sematary.
Shut up. Shut your stupid face.
Watch it with the family. Come on.
Yeah, Tim Curry did this kids miniseries called It too, right?
It's about a friendly clown.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. That's immediately where my mind went too. I'm like, okay, you're going to cast Wednesday Addams as the vampire. That doesn't seem like much of a stretch. Here's the thing though. Christina Ricci, in many of her roles, strikes a certain tone of confidence that I think may have worked against Claudia a little bit. Claudia had to be complete, utter baby innocence to see that tragic transformation where you have literally an adult mind in the childlike body. Christina Ricci, I think, could have pulled it off, but I think that in almost every single role that I saw of her at the time, I always got the sense that she was just very, very firm.
And see, that's the thing, because you have what you have with Christina Ricci's body of work. You're seeing the end result before you could see the beginning, and it's kind of hard for you, I think, to picture it going backwards than Kirsten Dunst going forward. Can you find me a role where Kirsten Dunst is as confident? I'm sure it exists, but I struggle to think of it off the top of my head.
Honestly, I think that Kirsten Dunst was relatively unknown when Interview with the Vampire came out, and she had that working. Well, let me finish this point.
That's a good point.
Yeah. She had that working for her, so that transformation is a genuine and delightful and relatively tragic surprise. Christina Ricci came onto already had a body of work beforehand. I mean, with Casper, with the Addams family, etc. I think that Interview with the Vampire benefited from the unknown rather than this actress who was much, much more publicly known as kind of like the Wednesday Addams, this kind of like snarky girl named Harvey.
Okay. And again, I'm not here to say that your observation was without its merit. What I'm saying is, you did cite too that you think she could pull it off. I think we're arguing the degree of which that was possible. But I even said, coming out of the gate, I think the body of work, as we've seen from these two actresses, Kirsten Dunst, is certainly speaks for itself compared to Christina Ricci's.
Kirsten Dunst, her performance is spot on perfect.
Of course.
Absolutely perfect.
The only thing that would be a worse idea is to try to recast Tim Curry.
Yeah, right. No, I mean, like she literally, the character felt like she leapt straight out of the pages from the book. If I remember correctly, now it's been many, many years since I've read it, she was probably a little bit younger, but I think that for the film's sake, they hit it just pitch perfect.
Right. And let me add this too, and maybe I'm wrong, but I think in Christina Ricci's case, you could have that case where it's kind of not quite as badly as Julie Garland in Wizard of Oz as Dorothy, but that kind of thing in play for Christina Ricci as well. My numbers may not line up exactly right, but what again, and I guess I'm repeating another variation of the Wednesday Addams defense here, but like, because Wednesday was the age she was and clearly a teenager who would have been older than Claudia, you would have the same problem, right?
Yeah, she was probably too old for that film to begin with, and to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they were looking at her as an established actress, as an older actress to kind of use as a safety net against some of the more adult aspects of that film.
Yeah, interesting thought there, right?
I bet you that's probably why they were looking at her, but I'm glad that they actually stuck to the guns and went there, because I think that's the barbarism of what they did to this character and how they brought her to the world is what makes this an interesting story.
Oh yeah, no, so, and actually, I think if you're looking for a sequence that defines Claudia, it's the defiance when she cuts her hair and the horror when it grows back.
Oh yeah.